guys, we are in Colombia. Now, this isn't a travel video, okay? What you're seeing right now is the result of having to leave behind 5 things. Now, I wrote down a few of these things, that way I can make sure that I can talk to you guys about it. But it's the cost. It's the cost of going after what you want and cost of going after what you feel like you deserve in life, right? So there's 5 things that had to die in order for me to even get here, right? Number 1 was a job. So 6 months ago, I quit my government contracting job, right? It was very cushy, it was very comfortable, but I call these golden handcuffs. Golden handcuffs is salaries. If you don't know what golden handcuffs are, there's a salary that they give you so you forget about your dreams. It's salary that they give you so that you can be complacent, get comfortable, become normal, right? But at the end of the day, we only have one life to live. We only have one life to give. So why would you choose to have a life of complacency when you have the ability to choose and do whatever you wish, right? So the first one was the job. Now, you would think that quitting the job would be the hardest part. But I'm here to tell you that was the easiest part. Quitting the job was the easiest part because it got harder after. Because imagine you don't know where your money's coming from. Imagine you no longer have security. You no longer have peace of mind. Like you're always worrying. You're always wondering where's the next check gonna come from? When is the next bill gonna be due? Am I gonna have enough for this payment? Because my truck, I still have my truck right now. It's still in the US. But my truck, I'm paying $1,400 a month. I think I refinanced it to $1,100, so it can be a little more affordable, right? Rent was about $3,000. And at that point, it's not $3,000, it was like 25. So at that point, I still had to pay all those expenses, yet I didn't have my job anymore because I quit it back in December 31st, 2025. It is now May, right? So January, February, March, April, May. 5 months. So 5 months ago, I quit my job. 5 months, right? And the thing I'm trying to tell you guys is like, it's scary, but quitting the job is not even the hardest part. You're just getting started, right? I'm just getting started. So I didn't even realize that until like after, reality settled in. But I'm very, I have a high stress threshold. So I'm very calm in every situation basically. So it didn't really bother me, but I know most people would be tripping balls if they got rid of their job and didn't have nothing planned afterwards, right? So no savings, no nothing, just went straight for it. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna start an online coaching business. I'm gonna move to Medellin. I'm gonna do all this. I'm gonna do all that. And look where we are. This is the result. But okay, so that's the job. Then we had to kill the old. The second thing we had to kill. So we had to kill the job. Now the second thing we had to kill was the old identity, right? The old identity that we were before moving, because you must be, do, have. You must be the person to do what needs to be done to have what you want, right? So I had to kill the old identity, the old me that would have been like, oh no, maybe like moving to another country would have been like very scary, very difficult, right? So I had to kill that old identity, had to kill the identity that didn't think that certain things were possible. Right? So imagine I'm working a 6-figure job. Now at this point, yeah, 6 figures is, it's still good, but to create the money on your own, to be self-sufficient, that's a whole nother ball game. To be your own salesperson, to be your own marketer, to be your own boss, and that's to tell yourself what to do. It's very difficult. You already don't want you already don't want to do what your boss is already telling you. Imagine trying to tell yourself to do something that you don't want to do, right? You have to embrace the suck. So I had to kill the job, then I kill identity, and let's go to the next one. And then for the next one, I have it all written down here because I want to make sure I keep it on track. So I had to kill the comfort. I had to kill the idea that security and the complacency was life. Because back in 2024, I used to be in the car sales business. Back in 2024, I left the car sales business making, roughly from $10,000, $20,000 a month, and I went for security because I was so tired of, the grind, right? Long hours and everything like that. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go and get me a nice low 6-figure job, get comfortable. And then I just drifted for 2 years. I didn't wake up until October 2025. So I left in 2024 from the car industry, making good money, but I chose security, so I went and got me a nice little 6-figure job, cushy, and I'm in a cubicle, hating life because it's the same thing on repeat every single day. I was getting tired, right? So I left that environment, went to this new environment, but what happened is that I got comfortable. I got complacent, knowing that my paycheck's gonna be the same every single time. I can be like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the club. It doesn't matter if I'm hangover or not, because I'm still gonna get paid regardless if I'm hangover or not at work. But this is the stuff that you don't realize is keeping you hostage. It's keeping you in a bondage. That you don't realize that this golden handcuffs, this comfort, like it sounds good on paper until you realize the cost. The true cost of what it is you not living your life that you really want to live. And that's how so I had to kill the job, I had to kill identity, I had to kill the comfort. And then the next thing I had to kill was the opinion of others. Understand that this move here to another country, this idea of creating an online business, this idea of helping people change their identity and help them rebuild their identity to somebody who can accomplish what they want to accomplish and actually pursue the dreams they want, sounds crazy to most people. Why would you leave your job? Why would you leave opportunities that you know you will have guaranteed paychecks and pursue this? It's difficult. It really is. I'm not saying you should ever. I think you should probably make some money before you quit your job. You shouldn't be as ballsy like me. I'm just crazy, okay? And I have to accept that. I'm not normal. That's fine. But if you're probably watching this, you're not normal either. If you made it this far, you're not normal. You know you have an opportunity to go after something else in life, and if you were able to get rid of the golden handcuffs and fly, that's when life would really start. But I had to kill the comfort, I had to kill the identity, I had to kill the job, and I had to kill the opinions of others, because people will get into your mind. They'll tell you how it's not gonna work. They'll be like, oh, I wish you the best, with their backhanded compliments. Like they'll be like, oh, well, I see you doing your little thing, you know? Because people like to talk shit. They do, period. They like to talk shit, they act like their shit don't stink. But I'm here to tell you, they will, your dreams, your visions, the experiences you want to experience in life is not meant for everyone to understand. It's not meant for everyone to understand, right? People will get inside your head much faster than you think they will. They will get inside your head and create doubts inside of yourself. And it's not even your doubts, because they're just projecting their own self-limiting beliefs onto you. Understand, your whole entire belief, your self-belief, right? It is a construction of your previous experiences. So they just believe they can't do it, so they're gonna push it on you. But so you have to dismiss all those other people's opinions, because it does not matter what they do. It matters what you do. It does not matter what is true, only what you believe is true, because with work, it will become true. Remember that. Remember that. So we had to kill the job. We had to kill the identity. We had to kill the comfort, the opinion of others, and the last thing was the old plan. The old plan was like, you know what? I'm gonna get out of this sales job. I'm gonna go into a government contract job, very simple, very easy. I'm just gonna cruise through life. I had to get rid of that. I had to realize, you know what? The only way I can change is to create pain in my life, so that way I have to move forward. I have to, because when you're so comfortable, why would you change if you're comfortable? I had to get rid of the old plan. I was like, well, I've been saying I want to start an online business since 2022. I remember I bought my first program in 2022 saying, oh, you know what? I want to be an online coach. Did nothing until 2025 of October. I did nothing till 2025 of October. That's when I decided to say, you know what, I'm finally gonna do it. So think about that. That's almost, that's 3 years. 3 years going on 4, where I had the thought, never took action, right? But that was because I was comfortable. I had money, I had all that. So why would I go and pursue this? Like, I didn't have enough pain. I didn't have enough reason. I didn't have enough determination or a need for it, right? Because right now I need it. Now I need to help others as much as I possibly can. Now because I left my home in the US, I left loved ones behind so I can pursue this and give as much value to other people as possible. So I need to do this now. Because before, if you want it, it's great, but do you need it? I need it. Yeah, you can want all you want. I want this, I want that. No, I need it today. Today, I need it. I need it. I left all the loved ones behind, good memories, everything like that, in pursuit of something greater than I, in pursuit of helping more people than I could possibly imagine. That is the goal. That is the vision, right? So I must continue on this path. I must continue to stay aligned with what I need to get done. I just got here in Medellin. I did go out the first couple of nights, and just sitting there, I'm outside, just like, this is not what I came here for. So I had to get back on track, had to lock back in. Because if not, this city can corrupt you, all right? So it can corrupt you. Now, the thing about all this is that the version of me now would not even recognize me from the guy who was sitting in a cubicle. All those 5 things I had to kill to become the person in front of this camera today is completely different than the person that was 5 months ago. Completely different from the person that was a year ago, 2 years ago, right? Like the thought of me moving to another country, and then working completely online to be self-sufficient would have blown my mind back in the days. But now we're here because I had to create the identity that's gonna allow me and become the man who can. But that's what it is. This is why I'm here in Medellin. I'm here to focus, I'm here to track. Now, you might say like, Medellin might be the best place to focus, but if you use it correctly, if you use the tools correctly, because you can go off plan no matter where you are, no matter what city you are, right? There's always darkness, but there's always light. So if you keep going towards the light, yeah, you'll be fine. But if you go through the debauchery and you go through all the crazy nonsense that can happen here, yeah, you go into craziness. But this is the vision, this is the goal. The man I was 6 months, 5 months, a year ago would not recognize the man I am today. And this is what I do, and I help other people transform themselves and create the identity that allows them to become that person, right? But at the end of the day, like always, if you guys like if you guys like this video, go ahead and leave a like. See you guys in the next one. Ciao.